All right, so let's start standing up. So standing up on your mat, just find a good place for you. Shake your arms out, shake your legs out, and just be happy to be here today on your mat. And let's take a huge breath in, reach way up to the sky, and a long breath out. Again, full breath, whole body fills up, and a long exhale. One more time, deep breath in, and exhale. Nice big circle around with your shoulders up, back, and down. One more big circle around. Nice. And we're going to step one step back, and you're going to open your chest and bring your elbows to the wall behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Step it forward, and then step the other one back. Inhale and exhale. Step back, inhale and exhale. With each big breath in, you're opening up your chest, lifting it to the sky. Nice. Open up, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Slow your breath down some, so I shouldn't feel like I'm going too slow. Hopefully your breath is flowing slowly and completely. Inhale and exhale. One more time, each side. Open, inhale and exhale. Bring a little more breath in and exhale. Arms down by your sides, and then a deep breath in. Hold on to your left wrist, stretch tall to the sky. Tuck your chin slightly and slowly tip over. You get that long side stretch. Enjoy that side stretch. Hips are forward. And come on up tall. Hold on to your right wrist. Slowly tip over. And come on up tall. Inhale. And exhale, tip over. Just this should feel good. Reach way up to the sky and slowly tip over. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then arms down by your sides. Another big circle with your shoulders. Arms come up overhead with an inhale. We're going to go down nice and slow, especially that first time, just waking up. Bend your knees, graze the floor, then come all the way up. Inhale. And all the way down. Exhale. Bend your knees. Inhale up. And exhale down. One more. Inhale up. And exhale down and stay down. Halfway lift. So straighten your legs without locking. Bring your heart forward. Tuck your chin slightly, making your upper body parallel to the floor. Just hinge the hips here. Draw your navel up. And then slowly bend your knees deep and hang heavy down towards the floor. Just stay here. Your hands draped down towards the floor. A few big circles with your shoulders. Circle them around. Full breath flowing. The top of your head goes towards the floor. A few slow motion nods of the head like you're nodding now. And center it. Then halfway lift. Inhale. Fold it down. Exhale. Do it a few times. Halfway lift. We use straighten your legs without locking. Bring your heart forward and then bend your knees. Fold down. Again, two more. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Fold. One more. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Fold. Come all the way up to the sky with an inhale. And arms down by your sides. So bring those shoulders back. Bring them to the wall behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Reach your fingertips to the wall behind you. And then bring your hands together. If you need a strap between your hands or even a shirt or something to bring space there, go right ahead. Continue to bring those shoulders back. Bring your hands towards the end of the mat. Opening up your chest here. Huge breath in. And slowly hinge at the hips. Bend your knees. Go slow. Turn the top of your head down. Hands go up to the sky and towards that front end of the mat. Hold it here. And then bring your hands to your lower back, bring them down to the floor, and then come into your chair pose. So sit back into chair. Draw your navel in, lengthen your lower back down, sit way back into the heels just so those knees aren't going over your toes. Then spread those toes down nice and wide. Spin your thumbs and biceps to the sky. Bring your arms up a little bit higher. Fold it down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Now walk your feet together so your toes are touching, your heels are apart a little bit, and come right back into that chair pose. So your knees are together. Bring your hands to your heart center. We're going to turn to your left. You have a choice of bringing your hand to your outer thigh or your upper arm to the outer thigh. So rotating to your left, use that arm to gently guide you to that rotation. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Draw your navel in. Sit back into the heel still. Hold that rotation. Dive it forward with an inhale. Slowly turn to the right. Your hand or upper arm to the outer thigh to slowly rotate to the right. Feel that length of your spine as well. Bring your tailbone to the wall behind you. Dive it forward with an inhale. Slowly turn to the left. Same thing, either hand or upper arm to the outer thigh. Slowly rotate. Draw your navel and turn. Your knees may want to slide apart. See if you can keep them back together. Hips are square forward. You can stay here or open your arms out. Nice. And dive it forward with an inhale and slowly turn to the right. Hand or upper arm to the outer thigh. Slowly rotate. Knees together. Rotate to the right. Draw your navel in. Tuck your chin so your neck stays long. Maybe open your arms up. And fold it down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down, exhale. We're going to go into your plank position here. Bringing your feet together. Press your hands into the mat so that lifts your chest from the floor, firms up your shoulders. Now draw your navel up towards your spine. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes. Let your inner thigh spiral slightly inward. Your heels separate a little bit. Bring your heels towards the end of the mat. Look towards the front end of your mat. Keeping your heart forward. Tap the right knee down towards the floor. And as you lift it, hollow your belly. Tap the left knee down, slowly lift. Now, both knees tap down, and then lift. Squeeze your quads and glutes. Tap right, hollow, tap left, hollow, both knees down, squeeze. Tap right, hollow, tap left, hollow, both knees down, squeeze your quads and glutes. Tap right, tap left, both knees down, squeeze. Keep your heart forward, look towards the front end of your mat, both knees down, squeeze. Tap right, hollow, tap left, hollow, both knees down. We have 2 more cycles, waking up your core so you can carry that throughout your practice. Get that connection. One more time. And now press back for your downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart now. Big releasing breath. Like you're saying, H-A. Bring your hips to the back wall. So it's a huge breath in through your nose. Releasing breath out through your mouth. Keep bringing that length through your arms, your shoulders, through your spine as you bring your hips to the back of the mat. One more huge breath in here. Long breath out. Nice. Come down onto your knees. So now you're in plank on your hands and knees. Draw your navel up. Bring your heart forward. See how your arms can rotate some. Turn your triceps towards the end of your mat. That eye of your elbow goes forward. Slowly lower down and press up. So even if you just go down a tiny bit, that's fine. Hug your elbows in by the sides of your body. Maybe you go so your shoulder and elbow the same height from the floor. Slowly lower and press up. We have 3 more. Lower down, press up. And 2, press up. And 1, press up. Nice job. Lie all the way down on your belly. Send your arms out in front of you. Just look down towards the mat. Lift that left arm and the right leg up. Get nice and long. Point those toes to the wall behind you. Let's straighten that leg too. Lift your left arm up and keep reaching towards the wall in front of you. Huge breath in and lower down. Right arm, left leg, lift it up. So really think about lengthening your body. Lift that thigh up, point your toes, straighten that back leg. Reach that right arm a little further. Huge breath in and lower down. Opposite arm and leg, lift up with your inhale. Lower down with your exhale. Get so long here. And lower down. So you're going slow on the way up and slow on the way down. You're lengthening your body and strengthening your back. Keep it slow. Go at your own pace, the own rhythm of your breath. Just go slow on the way up and slow on the way down. Inhale and exhale. Keep it going. 4 more cycles here. Lift and reach and lower down. Lift and reach and lower down. And 3. And 2. And last one. And lower it down. Nice. Now bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in by the sides of your body. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. So there's no pressure on your hands. They're just resting on the floor. Use the muscles in your back to lift up for cobra. And lower it down. Keep your chin tucked slightly. Breathe in and lower down. Feel the muscles in your back working. Breathe in, lift up. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Now press up onto your hands and knees. Tabletop position. Hands under those shoulders, knees under the hips. Slowly turn your tailbone. Start with your lower back and then slowly rounding your middle back, then upper back. As you press your hands into the mat, stay here for a moment. Hollow up your belly, turn the top of your head down. Your hips come forward. And then start with the motion from your tailbone. Start to turn your tailbone up, slowly letting your belly drop down towards the floor. Arch it, bring your heart forward, inhale. Round it up with your exhale. So go with your breath. A few of these. Drop your belly, inhale. Start with the tailbone, exhale. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale, round it up. Nice job. Come to your neutral spine. And then walk your hands forward. Find downward facing dog. Now you're going to bend your knees deeply and look forward. Hollow your belly and then we'll come right back to downward dog. A few of these. Arms are straight here. Bring your hips back. Bend your knees deeply. Hollow and look forward. And then come back to your downward dog. Hips back. Bend your knees deeply. And exhale, press it back. 1 more time. Bend your knees deeply. And then press back for your downward dog. Here we go. Next time, bend your knees, look forward, jump or walk to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down, exhale. Come all the way up, inhale. Rotate to your right. Inhale, tall. Turn to your left. Inhale, tall. And all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down. Step it back and take a flow. Slowly lower. Cobra or your up dog with your breath in. And press back with your breath out. Releasing breath. Use that big exhale through your mouth. Let's lift your left leg to the sky. Turn and open your hip to the side. Bend at the knee. Get heavy in that right heel. Then straighten your arms and square your shoulders back towards the floor. And extend your leg. Bring that foot down to the floor. Lift your right leg to the sky. Turn and open your hip to the side. Bend at the knee. Get heavy in that left heel. And it makes your body rotate to the right, but then square your shoulders back towards the floor. Nice, and extend your leg. Bring your foot down to the floor. Bend your knees deeply down towards the floor. Look forward. Jump or walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down, exhale. Come all the way up. Turn left. Come all the way up. Turn right. Come all the way up. And all the way down. Halfway lift. Straighten and lift your heart. Fold it down. Step it back into your plank position. Take a flow. Use your strength here. Use your breath here. Pause. Press back for your downward facing dog. Nice. Get so long here. We're going to lift your left leg. You're going to bring your knee to the opposite elbow and hold your plank. Pull your toes up from the floor. Press your hands into the mat. Press it back with an inhale. Bring your knee to the outside of your left elbow. Straighten the back leg. Firm up your shoulders. Pull your toes up from the floor. Excellent. Press back with an inhale. Come to your warrior one pose. Come on up. Here we go. So your hips and chest are forward. Lift your front toes up. Spread them down wide. Tuck that left hip in and back as your right hip comes forward. And seal that back foot. Deep breath in. And just bring those arms around the big circle around. Breath in. And breath out. Big circle. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Seal that back foot. Sink into the lunge. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And just stay here for a moment. Relax your shoulders down. Then come on up with an inhale. Open up for warrior two. So make your feet a little further apart from each other. So to take that pressure away from your knee, square your hips more to the floor. Draw your navel and lengthen your lower back down. This knee may want to fold in. If you squeeze those left glutes, open up that front inner thigh, knee in line with your toes. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and lower them and release out through the fingertips. Gaze over those front fingertips. Squeeze your right quads in the back as you seal that back foot. Lift even taller through your spine, lifting your heart. Slide forward to lengthen your side. Turn your palm up, reverse. So relax the right shoulder down, sink down, reach up. Enjoy that side stretch on that left side of your body. Slowly straighten the front leg, but don't lock your knee and reach up even further. You have more length to gain. Reach way up to the sky. So keep reaching up and then bend back into your lunge. And then bring it back to warrior two. Then forearm on your thigh, right arm overhead, reach it over, rotate your right lung towards the sky, sink into that lunge. Draw your navel in. Stay here or bring that right arm straight out, parallel to the floor. Hold and breathe, just getting the core involved here for your pose. And bring it back to your warrior two. Reverse with an inhale. Windmill your hands to the floor. Listen up. We're going to go onto your toes in the back and push off. Step it forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down, exhale. Come all the way up. Turn right. Come all the way up. Turn left. Full breath in and all the way down. Halfway lift and fold. Go back to your plank and take a flow. Lower it down. Breathe in, lift your heart. And breathe out, press back for downward dog. Nice job. It's so long here. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. You're looking back towards your toes. Lift your right leg. Bring it to plank, knee to the opposite elbow. Pull your toes up from the floor. Firm up your shoulders by pressing your hands into the mat. Press back with an inhale. Bring your knee to the outside of your right elbow. Straighten the back leg. Pull your toes up from the floor. Press back with an inhale. Come to warrior one. Come on up. Nice. Sink into the lunge. So your hips are forward. Lift those front toes up and spread them down wide so all the pressure isn't in those toes. Then feel your back foot. Reach up to the sky. Deep breath in. Bring those arms around. Really open up your chest. Make that effort. So it's a huge breath in and open up here. A few more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Big circle around. Open up your chest. Fill your whole body with that breath in and breath out. Come on up, inhale, then open up for exhale, warrior two. So make your feet a little further apart from each other. Okay, so square your hips to the floor, draw your navel in, lengthen your lower back down. Shrug your shoulders up, then release and lengthen out through your fingertips. Bend into that lunge. Feel your back foot. Now press like you're stretching the mat apart with your feet. And then bring your feet in towards each other and find that neutral position. Nice. You're rooted down, but lifting tall and confident through your heart, lifting up to the sky. Gaze over your front fingertips. Slide forward to lengthen your side. Turn your palm up and reverse. So relax your left shoulder down. Sink down. Reach out. So let's straighten your leg and get even more length as you reach it up to the sky. Just don't lock your knee. Reach way up and keep reaching and then bend back into your lunge. And then come back to warrior two. Then forearm on your thigh, left arm overhead. Nice. Rotate your left line towards the sky. Bend into the lunge so that knee stacks right over the ankle. Keep space between your right ear and shoulder. You can stay here or bring that right arm out, parallel to the floor. And bring it back to your warrior two. Nice. Reverse with your inhale. Windmill your hands, but listen up. You're going to go onto your toes in the back so that you can push off, step it forward. Halfway lift, inhale, fold it down, exhale. Come all the way up, inhale, turn left. Inhale, turn right. Inhale, and all the way down. Halfway lift, straighten your legs without locking. Fold it down, step it back. Take a flow or go right to your downward dog. Solid plank. Use your strength. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Press back. Releasing breath out. So spread your fingers wide. Press your fingers into the mat. Get that small gap of air under the center palms. You press your fingers. Rotate your biceps in towards your ears, upward towards the sky. Bring your hips a little further back. Lift your left leg. Bring your knee in towards your nose. Pull your toes up from the floor so your toes go right towards the right knee. Hollow your belly. Press your hands into the mat. Press it back. Inhale. Knee in towards your nose again. Press it back. Inhale. Knee in towards your nose. Last one. Press it back. Inhale. And let's come up to crescent lunge. Find your balance on your toes in the back. Come on up. So sink into that lunge. The knee stacks right over the ankle in the front. Squeeze your right glutes in the back as your heel goes towards the end of the mat. Draw your navel and lift your heart up to the sky. Excellent. Now bring your forearms together. We're going to open it up and straighten the front leg without locking. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other and then bend back into the lunge. Open up, inhale, and exhale. Open, inhale, and exhale. Fill your body with that breath in and bend into that lunge. Opening up that right hip, inhale, and exhale. 2 more, inhale, and exhale. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Reach to the sky. Hold this here. Relax your shoulders down. Think about bringing that right heel towards the end of the mat. Your shoulders are over your hips. Three more breaths here. Deep breath in. Listen up. We're going to hinge from the hips. Your hands are going to go to the floor. Push off that back leg. Lift the right leg to the sky. You can. Bring your chest towards your thigh. Turn the top of your head down. Reach those right toes up towards the sky. Hold and breathe. Reach the right leg way up. Smooth breaths here. Reach it way up for 3 breaths. A little higher for 2. Way up, last one. And soften your knee, feet right underneath your hips. Nice. Come all the way up, inhale. Turn to your right, rotate. Come on up tall. Your hips are forward, you turn to the left. Inhale tall and all the way down. Halfway lift. Fold it down, step it back, take a flow, get solid in your plank, lower down, breathe in, and breathe out. Releasing, exhale. Nice work. Walk your feet around a little bit, get those hip distance apart, spread your fingers wide, bring your hips to the back wall. Check out your neck, tuck your chin slightly, looking back towards your toes. Lift your right leg. Knee in towards your nose. Hold it here. Here's the power. Pull your toes up towards that left knee. Press your hands into the mat. You're so strong. Hollow your belly. Hold. Press back, inhale. Knee in towards your nose again. Really connect with your core, hollow your belly. Press it back, inhale. One more, knee in towards your nose. Press back, inhale. Come to your crescent lunge. Balance on your toes in the back. Nice, so that knee stacks over the ankle. Squeeze your left glutes as you bring your heel towards the end of the mat. Engaging all those muscles to balance here. Lift those toes up, spread them down wide. Try to relax your shoulders down from your ears. Spin your thumbs and biceps towards the back end of your mat. And let's bring your forearms together. Here we go. Open up, straighten the front leg without locking. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Bend into that lunge. Open up, inhale, and exhale. Feel your body, and exhale. Feel that left hip opening up. Again, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Two more. Full breath, and exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale, and reach up to the sky. Just hold this here for a few breaths. Bring your arms up a little higher. Your arms are more towards your ears. Spin your thumbs to the wall behind you and your biceps. Deep breath in. We're going to slowly bring your hands down to the floor. Bend your knee in the back, push off. Lift the left leg to the sky. You can fold your chest towards your thigh. Turn the top of your head down. Reach that left leg up a little higher. Full breaths here. Reach that left leg way up for 3 breaths here. And 2, way up. Last one, way up to the sky. Nice, soften your knee. Feet go right underneath your hips here. Come all the way up, inhale. Turn to your left. Inhale. Turn right. Inhale, look up to the sky and all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down, step it back. Enjoy each part. Full breath. Long breath out. Releasing breath. Nice. Bring your hips to the wall behind you. Bend your knees deep and look forward. Jump or walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down. Chair pose. Inhale and fold it down. Halfway lift and fold down. Step back, take a flow, or go right to your downward dog. You know what's best for you. Listen to your body. Breathe in and press back. Breathe out. Lift your left leg. Bring it forward. Put your block on the inside of your front foot. If you don't have a block, you don't have to have one. You can use your hand on the floor. Sink down into your lunge. Spin those thumbs and biceps to the wall behind you. Deep breath in, hands to your heart. Hinge it over as you draw your navel and place your hand on the block. So bring your heart forward. Feel free to crawl your back foot a little further back. Huge breath in and slowly turn to the left. Reach up to the sky. So let your hips lower down. Bring that right heel towards the end of the mat. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Nice. 3 more breaths. And slowly come back up. Reach to the sky. Deep breath in. Hands to your heart. Hinge it over. Now, this time it's your choice either to put your hand on the floor or block, or upper arm to the outer thigh. Slowly turn to your left. Bend into that lunge, right heel towards the end of the mat. Tuck your chin so your neck is long and healthy. Smooth breaths here. Draw your navel in. 3 more breaths. And fold it down. Bend your back knee, push off halfway up. Come up onto the tall end of your block. If you don't have a block, hands are on your shin. If you have your block, go way up onto your fingertips. Turn your tailbone to the end of the mat and bring your heart forward. Then tuck your chin, look straight down. Now this can be your pose just like this, getting that stretch to the back of your left leg. Or take a breath in and then slowly fold it down. And you can keep the block tall or you can turn it lower. There's 3 different heights of the block. If you don't have a block, you're just letting your hands slide down your shin. Just make sure you're not putting pressure on your leg. Center your weight between both feet. And this is where you need to make sure you're listening to your body. And if it's too intense, come up taller, maybe on the block or up on your shin. Also making sure maybe you need to soften your knee a little bit more. Maybe you need to round your lower back just a tiny bit to get more comfortable in the pose. Hold your pyramid pose. Center your weight between both feet. 5 more breaths here. Just back off if it's too intense. Get yourself more comfortable so you bring health to your lower back, length to your hamstrings. Now bend both knees. Bring your right hand out on the block out in front of you. If you don't have a block, you can put your hand on the floor. Lift your back leg, and let's see if we can get our upper body and that back leg close to parallel to the floor. So press your heel to the back wall and your toes point straight down. You're squaring your hips. You're bringing your heart forward. Feel free to stay here. This can be your pose just like this, or you can slowly turn your chest to the left. Maybe bring your hand up to the sky or keep it down on your thigh. But press your right heel to the back wall. Straighten that back leg. Keep the heel from falling. Smooth breaths. Twisted half moon. Nice. We have 3 more breaths wherever you are. And soften your knee, feet right underneath your hips. Move your block off to the side. Come on up. Squeeze your glutes. Open up your heart to the sky, then all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, fold and hold. Stay here for a moment. Bend your knees deep. Turn the top of your head down. Big circles around with your shoulders. Hang down towards the floor. Walk it back into your plank. Either go to downward dog or take a flow. Breathe in, lift your heart. And breathe out, press back. Nice. Bring your hips to the back wall. Just like I'm holding your hips and I'm pulling you towards the end of the mat. So you feel that length through your whole body. Lift your right leg, bring it through. Put your block on the inside of your front foot if you have one. Come on up for crescent lunge. Even out those sides. Spin your thumbs and biceps to the wall behind you. Huge breath in, hands to your heart. Draw your navel in, hinge it over. Place your hand on the block, bring your heart forward, or put your hand on the floor. Slowly turn to the right, reach to the sky. Let your hips lower. Bring your left heel towards the end of the mat. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Draw your navel and you'll get a little more rotation here. And fold it down. Come on up. Huge breath in. Sink into that lunge. Hands to your heart. Hinge it over. You can put your hand down on the floor block or upper arm to the outer thigh. Slowly turn to the right. Engaging all those muscles to balance. Bend into the lunge. Left heel towards the end of the mat. One more full breath here. Nice job. Hands to the floor. Bend your back knee. Step it halfway up. If you have a block, tall end of your block or hands on your shin. Huge breath in. Now this can be your pose just like this, bringing your heart forward or fold it down with your exhale. You can bring your block lower. You can move your hands down. Just make sure you're not pressing on your leg. Center your weight between both feet. Think about lifting your right hip up as you fold down, and make sure to check in with your body and make any small, slow adjustments to get comfortable. Feel that length of your right hamstring and calf. Feel that going all the way up into your lower back. Maybe you feel a little stretch on the outside of that right leg as well. Those muscles attached to the IT band, which will get even more in that next pose for the twisted half moon. Hold and breathe here. 5 more full breaths. Making sure not to cut that exhale short. Last breath. Bend your knees deep. You're going to take the block out in front of you, or you can put your hand on the floor. Lift your back leg. So here you want to make your body, your upper body close to parallel to the floor, that back leg as well. So straighten your back leg. Press your heel to the back wall. Toes point straight down. Bring your heart forward. Your spine should be nice and long here. And this can be your pose just like this. You can stay here. Or if you want to add that rotation, slowly turn your chest to the right. Maybe reach your hand to the sky or keep your hand on your thigh. Rotate. Press your heel to the back wall. Straighten the back leg. Keep that heel from falling. Find your pose. Nice. Put all the effort that you have here. Come on. Find a good place for you to hold. Smooth breath here. Last breath. Nice job. Soften your knees, feet right underneath your hips. Move your block. Come on up. Huge breath in. Nice work this morning. Reach up, then all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Step it back. Take a flow here. Slowly lower. Breathe in and press back. Breathe out. Nice job. Next, we're going to go into a straddle. So whichever leg you want to bring forward so that you can turn into a comfortable straddle position. Nice. So then we're going to come down into a squat. So now from your hip to your knee, wherever this alignment is right here, I want your feet to be in that same direction. Making sure your feet are far enough apart that your knees are right over the ankles when you come down into your squat. Shoulders are back and down. Reach up, inhale, elbows and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Reach up, palms face up. Inhale, exhale. One more. Stay here. Hands to your heart. Shoulders are back and down. So try not to hinge forward, but bring those shoulders over the hips. Get nice and low. Think about squeezing your glutes so your knees go to the wall behind you. Draw your navel in, tailbone towards the floor. We're going to hinge at the hips. You're going to walk it over to the right foot. Separate your feet a little bit more. That left leg is straight. You're bending into that right knee, but make sure the knee is right over the ankle. So if you need to separate your feet more, go right ahead. Then shift your weight back like you're almost falling back. Feel free to put blocks underneath the hands. Hold it here, feeling an inner thigh stretch and that left inner thigh. Bring your hips back. Bend into that side lunge. Walk it up to the center. Bend into that left knee. If you need to separate your feet more, go right ahead. Shift your weight back like you're almost falling back. Come on, bend deep into that left knee. Right leg is straight. Come on up to the center with an inhale, just one more time each side. So bend over into that right knee. Sit back, you're almost falling back, hold it. Walk it up to the center, inhale, bend into that left knee. Sit back, you're almost falling back. And then come to center. Now turn your feet so the edges of the feet are parallel to the ends of your mat. We're going into a wide straddle here. Heel toe your feet as wide as you can comfortably, keeping the outside edge of your foot down on the floor. Feel free to put blocks underneath your hands or underneath your forearms. Find a comfortable straddle for you. And then see if you can make your upper body parallel to the floor by drawing your navel up and maybe getting your shoulders the same height from the floor as your hips. Maybe use blocks. Find a good place for you. If your hips are low, maybe just widen your hands some. Hold and breathe. That restorative pose for your hips. Getting the inner thigh stretch. Smooth breaths here. You're nice and wide for 3 more full breaths. Nice, and walk your hands together or move your blocks, whatever you need to, so that you can heel toe your feet close enough together. Close enough together so that you can walk your hands to the front of the mat, step back, and take a flow. Breathe in to reset, to renew, and refresh. Press back for your downward facing dog. Nice, get so long here. Lift your left leg. Bring it through for warrior 2. If you have a block, you can put it on the outside of your front foot. So that knee steps right over the ankle. Squeeze your glutes, bring that knee in line with your toes. Squeeze your right quads in the back. Nice. Shrug your shoulders up and lengthen out through your fingertips. Slide forward to lengthen your side. Turn your palm up, reverse. Slowly straighten the front leg, but don't lock your knee. Reach way up to the sky. Squeeze your right glutes and quads in the back and let your hips go back as you reach forward, keeping a long left side of your body. Reach. Then bring your hand down. You can rest it on the inside of your leg or put your hand on the block under your shoulder. right hand to the sky. So keep these muscles active in the back hip so that hip is supported and you get a long front leg. Maybe you feel inner thigh stretch, maybe the hamstring stretch. Bring in alignment to those knees and hips. Reach up to the sky so all the pressure is not in that left arm. Puff your chest out to that side wall. Nice, smooth breaths. 3 more full breaths here. And soften your knee. Listen, bring your hands to the floor, go on your toes in the back. Crawl your foot over to the edge of the mat. So it's over to the very edge. You can have your hands or a block under your hands. So you have a line across the front of your mat, foot, hand, hand. Bring your heart forward. And if it feels better to have your knee down on the floor, go right ahead or hold this long lunge for a few breaths. Nice. Keep your heart forward. Three more breaths here. Nice. And crawl your foot over. Not all the way to the middle, but more so right underneath your shoulder. And you're going to bring your knee down if it's not already. Let your toes come out. If you have blocks, you can put them up tall underneath your hands or bring your hands right on your thigh. So the knee in the front is directly over your ankle. That right knee is behind your body. You're getting a right hip flexor stretch. Hands on your thigh or hands on the block. So if they're on the block, don't have them out in front of you. See if you can move the block so it's right underneath your shoulder. You can put as much pressure on the block as you need to keep your hips lifted some, or to get a little deeper, you can let your hips lower some, but listen to your body. You want that comfortable hip flexor stretch here and that right side. These muscles get so tight with so many activities, or even not an activity, if you're just sitting, they get really tight. So we're opening up that right hip. Comfortable stretch here. 3 more full breaths, that's all. Really nourish your body. Full breath in. Long breath out. 1 more. Nice job. Hands down to the floor. Move your block over. Tuck your toes underneath behind you. Lift your knee. Press it back. Bring that foot down. Just hold your downward facing dog. Bring your hips to the wall behind you. Lift your right leg. Bring it through to warrior 2. Have your block tall by the outside of your front foot if you have one. And find your warrior 2. So square your hips. Lift your heart. Release and lengthen out through your fingertips. Slide forward to lengthen. Turn your palm up, reverse. Reach up to the sky. Slowly straighten the front leg, but don't lock out your knee. Squeeze your left glutes and quads as you let your hip go back. As you reach forward, keep a long right side of your body, and then just bring your hand down, rest on the inside of your leg or hand on the block, left arm to the sky. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. Reach up. Try not to have too much pressure on that hand, either on your leg or even on the block. Reach up. Squeeze your left glutes and quads, long front leg. Nice, hold it here. Full breath. One more. Nice job. Soften your knee in the front. Go on your toes in the back. Crawl your foot over to the edge of the mat. Over to the edge. Maybe it's even a little bit partially off the mat. And then you have a line across the front of your mat, hand, foot, because your hands are right under your shoulders. Feel free to bring your knee down on the floor now. Do what's best for you. In the front, the knee is directly over the ankle. Keep your heart forward and just hold this long lunge for a few breaths. Last breath here. Keep your heart forward. And then down on your knee if you're not already. Toes out. Crawl your foot over. Closer. Not right in the center, but a little bit over to the right still. And then come on up. You can have blocks underneath your hands or hands on your thigh. So check out the knee right here. Knee directly over your ankle. Hands on your thigh. Your left knee is behind your body. So you're getting that hip flexor stretch right here. Press as much as you want into your hands on the block or your thigh to lift your hips up a little bit if it's intense, or let your hips lower a little bit to get into that stretch. Keeping your heart lifted, shoulders over your hip. Hold and breathe here. Three more breaths. And fold it down. Move your block if it's there. Hands on the floor. Tuck your toes. Lift the knee. Press to the back wall. Bring that foot down. We're going to take a flow forward. Come forward. Lower down. Lift and pause in your cobra or your up dog. Squeeze your thighs. They're up off the floor. Your heart is forward. Press back for downward facing dog. Bend your knees deep. Look forward. Jump or walk forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold it down. Exhale. Chair pose. Sit back in your chair and fold it down. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold down, exhale, step back, take a flow here, use your strength, use your breath, and press back. Nice job today, bring it here. Bring your hips back, it's so long. Lift your left leg. We're coming into half pigeon or on your back for figure four. Your knee goes over to the left edge of the mat, back knee down, toes out. So crawl your ankle over towards your other wrist, crawl your back leg behind you, come down onto your forearms. So make those small, slow movements to get into your pose so you can open up that left hip, square your hips to the floor. Maybe you feel a little hamstring stretch also on that left side. Widen your elbows, stack your hands of fist, rest your forehead down. Huge cleansing breaths here. Relax your shoulders away from your ears and let your hips and shoulders get heavy. Nice work today. Releasing breath. Just working all the kinks out in the body. Bringing strength to all those muscles for your balance and holding your poses. Bringing that flexibility into the body. And just finding that balance so your body is prepared for whatever you bring to it. Strong and flexible. Bring that focus to your breath. So important to complete that breath, filling your whole body. Long releasing breaths out. 5 more breaths here. And just switching sides. So if you're in your half pigeon, come up onto your hands. Tuck your toes underneath behind you. Bring your hips closer. Ankle behind your knee. Press to the back wall and bring that foot down. Lift your right leg. Bring your knee over to the right of your wrist. Back knee down, toes out. Crawl your ankle over towards your other wrist. Crawl your back leg behind you. Come down onto your forearms. So make those small, slow adjustments. It's up to you. I can't see everybody to guide everybody through all of the movements, so it's really up to you to make sure you're listening to your body. Make those small adjustments to get comfortable. Letting your hips get heavy, your shoulders widen your elbows, stack your hands or fists, or put a block under your forehead. Just bringing that health and wellness to your mind. Full breaths in, clearing your mind, just letting go of whatever keeps popping back in there. Our mind makes things so complicated sometimes. Sometimes you just need a deep breath to untangle and relax and let go. Long releasing breaths out. Five more breaths on this side. Full breaths. And slowly come up. If you're on your back, you can stay there. We'll be there in a moment. If you're in your half pigeon, come up onto your hands. Tuck your toes underneath behind you. Bring your hips closer. Ankle behind your knee. Press to the back wall. And bring that foot down. We'll all lie on our backs. Just bringing your legs around. Feet are on the floor, hip distance apart, arms by your sides. So slowly peel your spine off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Press your hips up, puff your chest up. Press your upper arms into the mat. Press those hips up. Keep your knees hip distance apart. Feel those quads, your hamstrings, your glutes. Activate. Puff your chest way up to the sky with a huge breath in. And then slowly lower it down, one vertebrae at a time. We're almost done here. Slowly relax your hips down to the mat. Bring your right knee in towards your chest, slide your left leg out. We're going to take this right leg, we're going to guide it across the body, over to the side. Bring your right arm up to the sky, right arm out to the side. Right shoulder towards the floor. Hold this rotation here. Slowly bring it back to center. Place both feet on the floor. Lift your hips up, center your hips down. Left knee in, slide your right leg out. Bring this left leg across the body. Bring your left arm to the sky, Left arm out to the side. So get that rotation here. Left shoulder towards the floor. Deep breath in and slowly bring it back to the center. Place both feet on the floor. Lift your hips up, center your hips down. One last thing, if you have a strap, grab the strap. If you don't, you can just use your hands on the back of your legs. If you have a strap, put it underneath your left foot, straight up to the sky, or a belt or a long sleeve shirt, or hands just behind your leg. Slowly slide your right leg out. You're going to put both straps into the right hand. Left arm goes out to the side. If you don't have a strap, your right hand is right behind your leg. Nice and slowly guide your leg, a tiny movement across the body. It's a small movement. My hip may come off the floor just a little bit. Hold and breathe here. So you feel the hamstring calf stretch, but also in the left glutes and the muscles attached to your IT band along the left side of your leg. Full breaths here. Just one more breath. And slowly bring it back to center. Release. Place that foot on the floor. Put the strap underneath your right foot, straight up to the sky, or hands behind the leg. Slide your left leg out. Put both straps into your left hand, right arm out to the side, or left hand just behind the leg. Slowly guide it over across the body, a tiny movement over. Find a good place for you to hold. Just enjoy that smooth rhythm to your breath here. Keep your thoughts in the room. We're almost there. 3 breaths. And slowly bring it back to center. Release the strap. Place your foot down on the floor. Now make a decision for your last few moments. Either legs straight out or bottoms of your feet sandwiched together, knees open wide. Or you could lift your hips and put the block under your hips and bring your legs up to the sky. Wherever your lower body is, let's bring your upper body, arms straight out to the side, palms face up. Just let your fingers curl naturally. Tuck your chin so your neck is long. And just give yourself just another few moments here to relax your whole body and just bring your focus to that cleansing breath. Huge breath in, just absorbing that positive energy into the body. That long releasing breath out so you can feel light and peaceful. And let's take a huge, deep breath in. A long, slow breath out. your legs are wide, use your hands to help bring your knees together. If your legs are in the air, slowly bring them down and take the block out. We'll all bring our knees in towards our chest, gently rock it side to side. And then knees together, huge breath in, fold your whole body to the right with your releasing exhale. And come on up to a comfortable seated position. Sit up so tall. Check in with your posture. Draw your navel and lift your heart. Shoulders up, back, and down. Bring your arms overhead with a huge breath in. Reach for the sky. Keep this height and length in your spine throughout your day and bring your hands down to your heart center. Pressing your hands evenly but softly together, feeling centered, balanced, and strong. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. And have an awesome day. Thank you all for joining me today.
Namaste.